Hey there, it's Julie Hutchison here from Think, Be, Do Leadership, the home of the Quiet Leaders Launchpad. And today I want to talk about what does it really take to create a bunch of superheroes in your team that actually are productive and accountable and enthusiastic and mean that you can grow your business without worrying that you're going to have to do all the work or that something's going to fall around your ears if you let go of control. Because as we all know, that once our business grows, then we cannot do everything. Since last time I looked, there's only 24 hours in the day, and let's say we work 8 of them, but as a business owner you probably work more than that, but hey. Okay, so we need to enable and allow other people to do the things that we want to be done, and need to be done in order to grow the business, get more customers, make more widgets, whatever the thing is we need to do. But the problem is, as our business grows, and if we're from a small business and we start to grow, as we said previously, well, then we've got to worry about the fact that these people that are working for us and with us have got to be as good, if not better, than ourselves at doing it. They've got to be responsible. We've got to be able to trust them to be able to deliver to the client so that it's as good as if we were doing it. And the problem is the longer the strings between you and the lines of communication between you and the team, the bigger the team, and the further it is away for you to have control, let's say, of the team, then the harder it is to manage that and guarantee that that's going to be the case. And as we know, in any business, you can never actually guarantee the quality of the output of the team that you've got around you. So the productiveness and the accountability that those people have, and the commitment that they have to you and your business is massively important in terms of the success of your business. And that is one of the big things that stops people from wanting to grow, because they're like, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm not really sure whether that's going to work, or I don't feel comfortable doing that, or I don't like being the leader. So actually, I don't know how to deal with it. Or if I do, I'm going to take people on and then I'm going to get even more frustrated because they are not performing the way I want them to perform. I don't know if that's you. If that's you, you don't need to stick that in the comments just in case they're listening. But if that's you, you need to be thinking about, well, what do I need to do? And how do I know that I have the right team around me? How do I know that the people that are actually frustrating me, how do I know that they really can't perform, or whether actually there's something I can do to help them to perform? And hiring people costs a lot of money. It costs money to rehire and get rid of. It costs money when you make mistakes, and it can be incredibly frustrating. So what we want to be able to do is to look at our team and say, well, if they're not quite performing as I want, they're not as productive as I want, or they're not as committed to what I want them to be committed to, then I need to understand that. So as a business owner, I really need, even if it's not my thing, I need to get down to understanding the people that I have in my team far greater than I perhaps thought I did. And it's one of the things that we do as leaders in Leaders Launchpad, is to really start to look at the impact that I have on the team. But first and foremost, before that, we need to know who's here. Who do I have? Because when we know who's in the team, and I don't just mean that they're called Bob, but when we know who's in the team, what motivates them, what makes them tick, what stops them from wanting to do this, what have they got up their sleeve that they can do, what are they genius at, what are they terrible at, what do they think about, what's going on for them, what family have they got? When we know all about these things and we start to then piece together this person and what is going to make that person productive and what is stopping them at the moment from being productive, what that means is we start to gain a picture of every single member of that team and how that team interacts with each other and interacts with you. When you do that, we all know this isn't just about whether or not somebody can make a widget or not. This is about somebody, whether they, as we have said many times before, whether they want to make the widget, whether they want to make the widget for you, and whether they want to make the widget for the cause that you have before you. And so there are 3 things that we need to look for in our team and in our people. Is do they have the capability? So can they make the widget? And if they can they make it confidently? Can they make it without you having to check all the time? And if they can, great. But then you've got to look at, do they want to make the widget? What do I mean by that? Well, there's you. Do they have a connection with you and the team members? And do they feel like they want to be part of this? Because you can have somebody that could be entirely capable, but does absolutely, oh, I nearly swore, nothing, because they don't want to do anything, because they don't like you or they don't like the team. Okay, so we need to understand this. So yes, we need to look at ourselves and the impact that we're having, but first of all, we need to know where we are. It's a bit like, if you want to change anything, the first thing you need to know is, well, where do I stand now? We need to do an audit of our team, so to speak, to say what's stopping them. Which one of these three things? So what did I cover? I said can't do. And then there is I don't want to do, like I won't do that because I don't like you or the team, or there's something going on that's stopping me. So I've got something in my home life or whatever it is that's there. And then there's the other one, which is I don't believe in the cause. So I'll give you an example. Say you were working for a nuclear power station and you were like staunchly against nuclear power. It didn't matter how clever you are as an engineer and how much you like your boss. If you don't believe in the cause, you're not going to give your best work. Okay, you might go for the money, but you're really not going to want to do it. So it's really important that we look at each individual, what's going on, and then we need to look at how do these people interact with each other and what's going on there, because that's going to give you the key to the productivity of the team. And when we know that, then we can do something about it, because then we can start saying, okay, right, if Bob isn't feeling it, isn't feeling the love here, what's wrong? Is it something personal? Is it me? What impact am I having? What impact are the team having? What do I need to do? And so you can see, then you can start to build a picture of all these individuals, and then you can look at what exactly do I need to do on a daily basis, on a strategic basis, on a personal basis to change this. So I can change that as a leader, and I'm responsible for changing that so that my team can get on with the things that you want them to do and make more widgets, let's say. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, that's one of the things that we're doing at the moment, is we are taking people through that process of auditing the team and understanding the team and really getting to grips with it, because quite often people they think, well, they know I know Bob, but actually we haven't really looked at it in a formal but informal way, but in a accessible and useful and a way in which you can implement. And so what we do is we start looking at behavioral profiles. We start looking at the person themselves and their capability, and we really get a picture for that person. And when you start to do that, that's when you can make change and you can grow your business, because you can start to trust those people because you know them better, and you can change that output that they're making and that productivity they have. Because once you realize, for example, that Bob isn't confident because maybe you've been undermining him, not knowingly undermining, but you've been undermining him because you're checking on his stuff and he doesn't like it and he's got a grump on. Now you know that you know that about him, and you've had an honest and open conversation. Suddenly now Bob feels better. Bob gets on with his work a lot better and actually is now back on track and really raring to go. So we might think some of these things aren't useful, but when you look at the impact that they actually have, when somebody is happy and confident and capable and believes in your cause and believes in you and the people around them, then they want to come to work and they want to be part of your thing. Yeah, they're like, I want to be part of this team. And when they want to be part of the team and they've got the confidence and the capability, suddenly your productivity and therefore your profits are going to go through the roof. So I want you to think about that. If you're listening to this live, great. If you have a comment, then let me know, message me. And if you're listening on replay, please write replay in there and let me know what your thoughts on this, because I want you to just think about, if you're just bringing people in and hoping that they're just going to get on with it and not paying attention to this kind of stuff, then you're missing out on massive productivity. You're missing out a trick on how to really engage people so that they get on with the thing that you want to do. So your money, the return on your investment for those people, is far greater if you do this than if you don't, and you just hope for the best and put your head in the sand and not worry about it, or worry about it but not do anything about it, which is even worse. Okay. I'm going to leave you with that. If you want to find out more about how you can implement this in your business and take a good look at your team and work with me on that, then feel free to give me a shout, set up a call, or message me, and we can have a chat about how we can implement this in your business so that you can be more productive, so that the impact you have can be even greater, which means that your business is going to be even better. Okay. Have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you on the next live, which we are doing one a day in the weekdays, normally about 1 o'clock. It got a bit late today. And give me a shout if you actually want to implement some of this stuff in your business, because it's easy to do, but it's easy not to do. And it's really useful to have somebody who can support you, kick your backside a little bit, and make sure that you get it right. Have a good day.